Alright, this video is to help you out on how to construct a frequency table using statcrunch. I am on problem 7 on section 2.1 classwork, and this is asking me to construct a frequency table. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this link right here and open it in statcrunch. And once it opens up, I'm going to go ahead, remember they asked me for frequency tables, so I'm going to click on Stat, Tables, Frequency, click on the variable column that you want, click on Frequency, and Compute. And this is right here, 12, 4, 5, 5, 2, 4, 3. And all you have to do is go back and put it in here, which is 12, 4, I don't remember what the other one was, 5, 5, 2, 4, 3. 5, 5, 2, 4, 3. And I'm gonna move on to the next part, and this is construct a frequency histogram. So here I really don't have to construct a frequency histogram. All I can do is expand it and see which one it is. So when I look at it, I have the frequency of number 1 is 12. So I'm simply going to look for that first. So I am looking at number 1 here is 12 and 2 is 4. You see that? And 3 is 5. So it does match my frequency table. So I'm simply going to go ahead and select this as my option. Alright, moving on to the next question. Let me delete these first. In this problem, they asked me to construct a frequency distribution table, and I have my data right here. So I'm just going to move the screen over so you can see. I'm going to click on this one, this little box right here. When I click on it, I open it up in statcrunch. And when I look at it, I know that I need to have 5 classes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I know that I need to have 5 classes, but before I do that, I want to sort my data because I don't want to scroll down and see what's the minimum and what's the maximum. So data, sort, click on the variable, and compute. And voila, here is my sorted data. So I know that my minimum is 22 and my maximum is 46. So now that I know my minimum is 22, so 46 minus 22 divided by 5, and I'm going to round that off to a whole number, which is going to be 5. So now that I know that my class width is 5 and my minimum is 22, I'm going to go ahead and construct a frequency histogram. So I'm going to go to Graph, Histogram. You can pick any variable because both of them are the same. One is sorted, the other one's not. I start at 22 and bandwidth is 5, or the width is 5, and you always want to check value above your bar and compute. And here you go. So these are your lower limits. So I'm going to go ahead and put these values here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my fill up my classes. 22, that was my lower limit. 22 plus 5, 27, that's another lower limit. And when you look at your graph, excuse my voice, when you look at your graph here, it has your lower limits: 27, 22, 27, 32, 37. So 32, 37, and 42. And now this is going to be 1 less than 27, which is 26. 1 less than 32, which is 31. So when you look at it, it is simply 1 less than this one, which is 26. And I'm going to add 5. 31 plus 5, 36. 41 and 46. And now for the class frequencies, what are they? 8, 5, 7, 4, 6. So these are 8, 5, 7, 4, 4, and 6. And you're going to check your answer. And then your histogram, all you have to do is compare your histogram to see which one it is, and then check the one. In this histogram, it says relative frequency histogram, so you're going to go here, edit. Instead of frequency, you're going to pick relative frequency because they ask you for relative frequency here. See, when you see that it says relative frequency histogram, so you're going to simply go back. Okay, let me show you what I did. Options, edit. Instead of frequency, you're going to pick relative frequency and compute. See, you have 0.27, 0.17, so you're going to go ahead and compare that to your graph. Whichever is your graph, that's going to be your answer, 0.27, 0.37. All right, now moving on to the next problem. This one is pretty much the same as the other one, but you're going to click for your, you open it in statcrunch, and again you're going to sort your data. That's the first step you do. And then you want them in classes. Count your classes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the way you work this out is the maximum value, which is, let me check what the maximum is. The maximum value is 16. So 16 minus 0, oops, that was a big 0. Classes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you're going to go ahead and find out 16 minus 0 is 0. 16 divided by 6 is going to be approximately 2.67. So you're going to round this off to 3. So your class width is going to be 3. All right. So once I have that, remember they did not ask me for relative frequencies or anything, so I don't have to look for the table. I'm simply going to go to the graph, histogram, variable, frequency. My minimum is 0. My bandwidth is, or my width is, class width is 3. Click on the values above the bar and compute. There you go. Hope this helps.